Good day friends, this is Rajesh. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I would like to tell you about reading skills. In my first video, I've told you about LSRW. I hope you remember it. If you haven't seen it, here I have given the link, kindly watch it. Friends, if you really want to embellish your knowledge in speaking skills, it can be done by doing two factors. First one is listening, second one is reading. Yes, even you can enhance your knowledge on speaking skills by your reading habits. Even most of my friends have got the fluency in English just because of their reading habits. I ain't asking you to be an bibliophagist. Nevertheless, it would be very useful for you if you adapt reading habit. Friends, you can ask me this question, what should be read? I tell you, it can be anything on any topics in any genres, depends upon your interest. It can be comics, fairy tales, short stories, novels, adventures, self-development, biography, fiction, or children's literature. However, according to my point of view, I can recommend the books with picture illustration if you don't have reading habits, so that your brain will imbibe many informations as much as possible. You can use any modes of reading like ebooks, Kindle, PDF, but whatever it may be, real books will give more benefits than them. This reading habits is salubrious for many reasons. I'll tell you the top 5 reasons. Point number 1. It could tickle your right brain so that you can be a creative person. Number 2, you can find and bring immense tranquility and docile in your mind. Third, you can be a better writer either. Fourth, you can enhance your memory power. And fifth, you can ameliorate your vocabulary. Friends, whenever you read something, better have highlighter and highlight some important points or your favorite points as I show in the picture. Moreover, don't read word by word. If you do so, you may not be able to understand the statement. Instead, read line by line. As I have mentioned in my previous video, pronunciation is very important not only in speaking skills but also in reading skills. Whatever you read, don't stammer and try to give some spaces and pauses for better understanding. Even most of the astounding people quoted about reading habits. Kindly look at it. Any room in our house at any time in the day was there to read or to be read to by Eudora Welty. Before this generation lose the wisdom, one advice, read books by Amit Kalantri. My eyes hunger to read more books than times allow me to devour by Jas Fillin. Even now, most of the people don't know how to read for better fluency. I would like to tell you the secret here, that is, aloud and loud. Aloud means sound will be audible only to you. On the other hand, loud means sound will be audible to others either. Hold the book like this and read aloud. Your sense of organs will be active and you will hear your own voice so that even you can understand by yourself your level of reading skills. Most of the wise people have reading habits, guys. Now watch this video, you will come to know the importance of reading habits.
I like biographies in general. Biographies, I think, are really, really interesting read.
What do you learn from them?
Well, I think you learn a lot, depending upon whose life you're reading about. There are lots of lessons in there. I read Isaacson's biography of Jobs, which I thought was quite interesting, and I actually really liked his biography of Benjamin Franklin, who I would say is certainly one of my heroes. He seemed like a really great guy.
And you actually managed to incorporate any of this into your own strategy, your own way of doing business, your own ethos and philosophy?
Well, I think in the case of Franklin, he did what needed to be done at the time it needed to be done. So, he was in different fields, and he sort of thought about, okay, what's the important thing that needs to be accomplished right now, and then worked on that.
Are you an online, on tablet, a Kindle, or a crinkle of the paper?
There is something romantic about traditional books, of course, but I find since I'm traveling so much and that I often find I'm reading the books on my iPhone, which may sound like, wow, this is really tiny, but it's always with you.
Pass me my iPhone. Pass me. I mean, you're not reading the Howard Hughes book on your iPhone.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
You're reading a Howard Hughes book on something the size of this.
Yes. it's small, but it works.
I read a lot. There were always contests at the library in the summer where, you know, if you read 10 books, you got a little gold star. If you read 20, you got like 2. And there were like 5 or 6 girls and I that would always read like 35 books, and we'd see, you know, who could do the most. It was a broad set of things. Eventually, a fair bit of science fiction, because that intrigued me. Some biographies, you know, understanding what different leaders had done and how they'd picked what they'd wanted to do. And so I'd say science fiction and biography were the categories that had the most impact.
Friends, even enlivened people like Bill Gates and Elon Musk still have this habit. So adapt and possess this reading habit, then automatically your reading skills will be developed. See you all in the next video with new concepts, friends. Till that, toodles.